welcome to another episode of Booze Reviews. As you see, I now don't quite have, well, a lot of things behind me. This is going to change though. I have now moved my office into somewhere else. There should be less echo, yet I hear a lot more echo. I'll work on it, alright? We just have to work on it. Bear with me, I've got lots of changes coming up, and this is going to look absolutely just amazing. However, for now, let's get on with our review, shall we? Tonight, I have, from outer space, the Ninkasi Brewing Company Ground Control Imperial Stout. I tell you folks, this beer was not cheap. Holy crap. This beer actually cost me close to $30. In fact, it was 25 cents shy of $30. I found this at the Sunridge Wine Market in Calgary here, and these guys actually told me when it was coming in. They've been really awesome. If you've never heard about this beer and why it's so expensive, well, there's a good reason for that. I will read a few spots on this box. Born from a relentless pursuit for innovation, this limited release Ninkasi Space Program beer is brewed with a yeast that went to space and back. No shit. It went up and back. So what they did was they put the yeast on, fired it up into space, dropped it back down again, and then they brewed it. So this is brewed with Oregon hazelnuts, star anise, cocoa nibs, and ale yeast sent into space. This is a full pint. This comes in at 10%. 7 years after we started brewing in Oregon, we decided the sky was not the limit. 1 year, 2 rockets, and countless lab hours later, we successfully launched a payload of brewer's yeast into outer space with the help of rocket scientists. After a much-awaited return to Earth, the mission of creating space beer is now complete. Ground Control boldly combines the local and out-of-this-world ingredients. This rich, complex imperial stout is brewed with Oregon hazelnuts, star anise, cocoa nibs, and fermented with an ale yeast that survived a trip to space and back. Mankind will enjoy the sweet finesse of this beer that only fares better with time. Well, I would love to say I'd love to hold on to this, but I got a review to do. If this is good enough, I might just buy another bottle. So let's find out how good this beer really is, shall we? And by the way, this labeling is fucking amazing. I like this a lot. Well, let's pop her open. You can definitely tell it's a stout on the very first smell. And the pour is thick, it's black, tan head, and look at that. So you do get the smell of the hazelnut in there, you do get the smell of the cocoa nibs. It definitely does smell like an imperial stout. Well folks, for our space program that seems to be suffering a bit, the beer revolution is still going strong, so it fired this up. And as I said here, there's 2 trips up into space. The first one, they lost the rocket. Oh well. Anyways folks, cheers. Let's find out how this is. Oh my. The sweetness is amazing. It's very well balanced. The bitterness of the stout and the cocoa nibs, I just say that's really good. The yeast doesn't feel or taste like it's been through any nuclear areas, so I don't think there's any radiation in there. If there is, and I start popping a third head out, even a third arm, and yes, I said a third head, I'll let you folks think about that for a second. Just remember, I'm still the same painkiller you once knew and loved. I just have extra limbs and body parts now, thanks to the nice little radiation that came from space. That's smooth, that's delightful. That's not 10%. Doesn't even taste like there's alcohol in there. Doesn't even taste like there's like 10% in there. The gravity of this was what, 1100 I think? Where are we? Yep. Original gravity was 1100. Bitterness of 80 IBUs. I can taste that. It is got a bitter tongue flavor. Enjoyed since 2015, so this year. I don't know when this expires, so I don't know how long you'd be able to actually hold on to this for. But that is really good. Like, it's sweet, it's got the bitter taste, and it's actually quite well done. I really like this. Is it worth the 30 bucks? Well, if you ask me, it might be. Because of the fact that they fired this off into space, you need a lot of rocket fuel for that, so that's kind of expensive. So you have to make up the cost somehow. And the way you make up the cost is you up the price of the beer. And because it's a specialty beer, and I'm talking really special, then yeah, I would say that it would be worth it. I honestly would give this sucker a nice 4.5 out of 5. Because it is that good. It's quite delightful. It's not a summer beer because it is a stout. However, it is a beer that's really enjoyable. I do like this. It's got a different flavor and it's quite unique. It's enjoyable. It's something that you don't normally taste on an everyday thing with an Imperial Stout. It's tough to say. Like, I would actually buy this again. Once again, 4.5 out of 5. I picked this up. I may drop the price point down to about $25 to possibly $22 a bottle. That's Canadian, and of course with our exchange rates and everything else like that, we're a little higher. So honestly, the price is a little too high for what it is. This is the most expensive beer I've actually ever bought. The last one I had was $20, so this blows that $20 mark out of the way. I'm not sure if I'd spend the money on it, so that did lose some marks. The beer itself is really good. Yeah, it definitely has a unique flavor. It's got a robust sort of sweet tart flavor. It's out there. The alcohol burn isn't that bad. The yeast, no one really can taste the yeast anyways. If you can, congratulations, you guys are amazing. This is actually something I would enjoy on a winter's day almost, a fall day. Summer, 30 degrees out, a little too heavy for it, a little too much for it, but at the same point in time, it's a specialty beer. Yeast went up to space and back. I'd buy it again, and I'd get drunk off of it. At 10%, you wouldn't have a choice not to. So folks, if you do find this in your area, please pick it up. Just for originality's sakes, taste it and let me know what you think. There's some people that have got mixed reviews on it. It is an Imperial Stout, but it's got a sweet flavor to it because of the hazelnuts, because of the coconut nibs. Still, something well worth buying. And just to say that you've had it, right there. Enjoy it. Anyways, folks, I'm PK saying cheers, stay frosty. We'll talk to you again soon. Thanks again.